What's good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cab back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys today. We have the last video of the series of the Xenoverse 2 top categories after the DLC 9 update, and today's category is the top evasives on Xenoverse 2 after DLC 9. Now, if there's a category that I forgot or left out, or maybe there's one that I've never done before that you guys would like me to do or something like that, let me know down below in the comments. But as far as my knowledge goes, we have covered all the categories as far as skills and things like that in the game. But if there is something else that you guys would like me to cover in this regard, let me know again down below in the comments. Now, like I said before, this is the last top video that you guys will see most likely until the DLC 10 update, because I'm assuming with the DLC 10 update, there will be another major, well, not a major one, I doubt it's as big as this one was, but I'm assuming we'll get more skill changes and just all around game changes like we did in DLC 9, just for the same for DLC 10. So again, today, guys, we are going to be going over the top 7 evasive skills in Xenoverse 2. It's kind of hard for me to narrow it down to the 7 that I did, but a lot of things did change with evasives, in particular the fact that a lot of evasives actually became 2-bar evasives, and that is something that is very prominent and very major, as you guys will see throughout this video. But that's honestly enough talking from your boy. Let's jump straight into this video, starting it off with the number 7 evasive on Xenoverse 2 after DLC 9.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, coming in at number 7, guys, we have an evasive that I guess I did not have on PS4. I do have it on Xbox, but I do not have it on PS4 for some reason, which just does not make sense to me at all. But that evasive is Vanisher Guard, guys. Vanisher Guard is an evasive that honestly had no changes done to it. It is the exact same evasive that it used to be, but still to this day, one of the just more disrespectful evasives in the game without doubt, and honestly can catch some people off guard, the people who don't know how Vanisher Guard works still to this day, which is not many, but every now and then you'll have someone who actually tries to attack you while your Vanisher Guard is up and things like that, and it kind of works the same way as like a Super Saiyan Awoken or something along those lines does, in the sense that one Vanisher Guard is over, you are able to backstep and then come back and attack your opponent, so it kind of leaves them wide open in that regard. But Vanisher Guard will literally save you pretty much from any kind of attack in this game. And then there's just the disrespect factor that truly makes this evasive put in this top list. Like, if it wasn't for the disrespect factor, I don't know if I would have it as a top 7, maybe a top 8, top 9. Like, it was right there in the discussion, but that disrespect is something that definitely gets taken into account, and that is why we have it coming in at the number 7 evasive on this list. Again, with evasives, what you're really looking for is just really being safe at this point in time. Now, there are some that do damage and things like that, but the biggest thing you're looking for from an evasive is the ability to evade and get you out of situations, which Vanisher Guard definitely will do for you. So that is again why we have it coming in at number 7, the fact that it is a good evasive, and the simple fact of the disrespect factor that does come with this move, again, is the main reasons of why we have it coming in as the number 7 evasive in Xenoverse 2. But that is it for this evasive right here, guys. Let's keep this thing moving and get on to the number 6 evasive in the game.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, coming in at number 6, we have another evasive skill that for some reason your boy just does not have, but I know is just very, very good because I've used it with cast characters and I've seen other characters use it as well. And when I say cast characters, I really mean Cell. And that move, guys, is Energy Barrier. Energy Barrier is a good evasive. I mean, if you're just looking at the damage, things like that, as you see, you're going to get 563 damage. Now, it is one, as you guys see, you can hold and keep up. You're going to waste ki while doing so, but if you do have ki, you are essentially safe from every single thing within this game. There's literally nothing that can get through that barrier. So again, it is very, very good for that reason as well. And then also, not only does it do 563 damage, guys, but you are able to actually combo with this evasive right here. This evasive gives you the ability to just track your opponent down immediately afterwards and go into a combo. Now, please do not be one of those people who cheese it. You know, those 3-bar Majins is probably one of the most frequent races or characters that you see with that stupid move right there, and that's just because what they like to do is knock you away and then go off flying off and breaking their own stamina, which is just absolutely whack in my opinion. So again, please do not be one of those just I'm sorry to say it, but bitch ass people. But if you do not use Energy Barrier in that cheese way, it's still just a very, very good all-around evasive. Like I said, you're only going to get 563 damage from it, but you're not really looking for damage with evasives. You're looking for the ability to evade, which this does give you completely. You have complete safety within it, and then when it ends, as you guys see, the barrier is still kind of around me, and I'm able to start sidestepping. So again, you are completely safe with this move, and it also does give you the ability to start up a combo if you use it when your opponent is right next to you and they can actually be affected by it. So again, for all those reasons, Energy Barrier is just an all-around good evasive. It would definitely be higher on this list if it did not take 3 bars, but the simple fact that it does take 3 bars kind of keeps it down on this list. If this was done maybe before DLC 9, it would definitely be higher without doubt. But that's it for Energy Barrier, guys. Let's keep this thing moving and get on to the number 5 skill on this list.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to the number 5 evasive on this list right here, guys. We have one that, honestly, if it wasn't for the simple fact that it took 2 bars of stamina instead of 3, it would definitely be lower than Energy Barrier. But Fake Blast is coming in at number 5, guys. Like I said, the simple fact that it takes 2 bars of ki gives you the opportunity to stun your opponent, go into combos, things like that, is really why we have it coming in at number 5 ahead of Energy Barrier, because again, Energy Barrier can be used as a combo starter as well, just like Fake Blast can be. But the difference between Energy Barrier and Fake Blast, it's going to keep you a lot safer from a lot more things. Fake Blast is really going to keep you safe mainly from up close type of attacks, combos, things like that. But it's so deadly up close that it definitely does deserve to be on this list at the same time. But like I said, with Energy Barrier is an evasive that's going to keep you safe from key ultimates as well at the same time. If you ever get caught by one on accident, or if your opponent uses one right when you're at the end of a stamina break and you get your stamina back, Fake Blast is really not going to come in handy for you at that moment in time. But again, the simple fact that it does take only 2 bars of stamina gives you that stagger up close. As everybody knows, like, this is just a move that has been known literally since the beginning of the game. Those things, when you combine them together, is definitely the main reason why we have it coming in at number 5 ahead of Energy Barrier. Like I said, if Energy Barrier took 2 bars of stamina, it would definitely be ahead of Fake Blast. Or if Fake Blast took 3 bars of stamina, Energy Barrier again would definitely be ahead of it. But for the reasons I said, with the 2 key bar things, or 2 bars of stamina, all things like that, again, we have it coming in at number 5. But that is everything for this move right here, guys. Let's keep this list going and get on to the number 4 evasive in Xenoverse 2 after the DLC 9 update.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to the number 4 skill on this list, guys. It's one, again, that I do not have, and the reason why I really do not have many of these evasives is because I've always stuck loyal to one evasive for my CAC, which you guys will see in this video. But getting into the number 4 move right here, guys, we have Spread Shot Retreat. Spread Shot Retreat, the reason I have it coming in at number 4 is, one, it usually keeps you safe from almost everything, but the main reason that I have this move coming in at the spot you see with number 4 is the simple fact, guys, this is like the best limit burst counter in the game. Not only will it keep you safe from pretty much all skills within this game, but at the same time, it is again like the limit burst counter, the best limit burst counter. Anytime that you see limit burst getting punished, it's usually because of Spread Shot Retreat. If you Spread Shot Retreat right when your opponent is limit bursting, usually you're able to catch them off guard. You're able to get away to where you don't get knocked back. And sometimes I've seen it to where, like, if their stamina broken or something like that, obviously you're able to come back and keep your combo going without having them be able to snap vanish off and all that nonsense. So again, not only can the move range and damage, as you guys see, the max combo damage we have right now is 2,842, and we've gotten 2,500 a couple times, 1,500 a couple times. The move does do damage, unlike most evasives in the game as well, which is something else you can look at as a perk with this move at the same time. But really the main reason we have it coming in so high is, one, again, it will keep you safe, and then 2, at the same time, it is the limit burst counter, or the best limit burst counter that I've seen, at least in Xenoverse 2. So again, that is why we have Spread Shot Retreat coming in on this list at number 4. If it only took 2 bars of ki, which if it did, it kind of be a little bit OP at the same time considering the damage, but if it did, it would definitely be higher on this list without doubt. But being that it takes 3 and still made it to the number 4 spot just shows how good of a move this evasive truly is. But that's everything for this skill, guys. We're going to keep it moving and finally get into the top 3 evasives in Xenoverse 2 after the DLC 9 update.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, coming in at number 3, we have a move that literally is going to keep you safe from everything, just like Energy Barrier will, but at the same time only takes 2 bars of ki instead of 3, unlike Energy Barrier does. Now, it only does 319 damage if you do make contact with your opponent, but Energy Field, guys, is the move that it's the evasive move that I've always used literally since Xenoverse 1. I've never stopped using this evasive, just because the way I see an evasive, like I said, what I'm really looking for is the ability to actually be safe. Energy Field gives you the ability to be safe from literally every single attack in the game, and now the simple fact that it does only take 2 bars of stamina instead of 3, it is guaranteed safety when you want to get out of a combo or anything like that. So instead of using a Z-Vanish, you can literally just knock your opponent back every single time. And there are some evasives like a Fake Blast, for example. You can literally Z-Vanish the evasive if you see it coming early on. You can Z-Vanish it, get behind your opponent, and then punish them for trying to hit you with an evasive like Fake Blast. But that is not the case with something like Energy Field as well. That's something I also want to mention. If your opponent does see you using your evasive and decides to try and Z-Vanish and get behind you, they're still going to be knocked away by this barrier. And even if they like use a backflip or anything to get back or away, you are still completely safe with this move, because 1, you can keep the barrier up, so if they try and charge back at you, you still have it up, and 2, similar to Energy Barrier, right when you let the barrier down, you will be able to move and start sidestepping or flying or whatever you want to do at that point in time. So that is truly why we have Energy Field coming in at number 3. Like I said, this is a move that is going to keep you safe from literally every single thing in the game, and at the same time it is only taking 2 bars of stamina, so you really do not even need to Z-Vanish when you have this move on, because again, you will be safe from every single type of attack within Xenoverse 2 with it. So that is why we have this move coming in as the number 3 evasive in Xenoverse 2. But we are finally moving on to the top 2, guys, the 2 best evasives in the game after that DLC 9 update.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on finally to the number 2 skill on this list, guys. We have another skill that is literally going to keep you safe from everything, but it's not a barrier that you can just hold down like Energy Barrier, but it's also a move that actually gives you a speed buff at the same time, and that is Mach Dash, guys. Mach Dash is a move that, again, like I said, it's literally going to keep you safe from pretty much everything within this game. You're literally dashing off to the other side of the map, unless your opponent is like where Trunks is and you just decide to be dumb and like dash to them like I did right there. You should be good with this move, and at the same time you are getting that speed boost. I'm sure, as you guys can see, my side steps and things like that are much faster than they were when I'm in base form. Now we're back in base form. You can see the slight difference that it does make when it comes to your speed with that Mach Dash boost on. And it's honestly something crucial as well. Like, speed is a big factor in Xenoverse 2, whether people really think about it or realize it or not. But speed is something that is definitely very, very helpful. So getting that speed boost every time you use the evasive is just a bonus to this evasive. But like I said, at the same time, the simple fact is you are going to be safe from everything. It only takes 2 bars, and you're actually getting a speed buff at the same time while using this move. So for those reasons, those are really the reasons we have it coming in at number 2. The simple fact that it takes 2 bars of ki, you're getting a speed buff, and you will be safe from all types of attacks unless you're just dumb and literally use it to fly into your opponent like I just did right there. So again, for all those reasons, we do have Mach Dash coming in as the number 2 evasive in Xenoverse 2 after the DLC 9 update. But now here we are, finally ready to move on to the number 1 skill, the best evasive in Xenoverse 2 after that DLC 9 update.
Maybach music.
Alright, y'all, moving on to the #1 evasive in Xenoverse 2, in my opinion, after the DLC 9 update. We have a skill that used to be at the top of the evasive list, but it was at the top because it used to break stamina. That is not the case with this move anymore, but it is still now a very, very good evasive, especially since it only takes 2 bars of stamina as well, and that is hyper movement, guys. Hyper movement was put at this list because for the most part, you are literally safe from every single thing in the game with this move. You're literally getting behind your opponent. Now, there is, of course, yes, ways to read this if your opponent sees that you're going to use this. Like if you're up and close and personal, you're getting comboed, and then you go into this and your opponent sees it, they can key cancel and sidestep out of the way and then punish you with it. So you got to kind of be careful in that sense when using hyper movement. But for the most part, like I said, this move will keep you safe from every single thing in the game. But it also gives the ability of combo extension as well. Hyper movement is a move that you can just go into a combo immediately afterwards with, even if you are not close to your opponent. For example, I'm going to put Trunks to the top of the map right here with this combo. Go up to the top, to the top. Are you at the top? You are not at the top. Let's knock him to the top one more time. Come here, Trunks. Get up there. Now he's at the top of the map right here, as you guys see with the World Tournament. Obviously, the World Tournament is not the tallest map in the game, but at the same time, he is at the top. We're going to use hyper movement, and then as you guys see right there, you are able to continue your combo after hyper movement as well, or consider hyper movement a combo starter at the same time. So again, really for the simple reasons that it takes 2 bars of stamina, is going to keep you safe from pretty much everything within the game. Yes, it is slightly punishable if your opponent sees it coming, but that's really only if you're obvious with it. So again, it keeps you safe, it takes 2 bars of stamina, and it does a bit of damage at 1757. At the same time, it is also a combo starter as well. So for all those reasons, guys, that is why I have hyper movement as the best evasive within Xenoverse 2. And I feel out of all the lists in particular, this is really one that comes down to more opinion than anything. Like, evasives are a lot harder, in my opinion, to determine where they should go on a particular list. Like, it's not as easy because the damage outputs aren't the same. You know, most evasives do get you out of situations. It's really looking at which ones will get you out of the most situations, which ones only take 2 bars of stamina as opposed to 3, things like that. There's a lot of little things that go into it, but it's not nearly as obvious of decisions as something like a top key super, top key ultimate list would be. So be sure to let me know what you guys' list of top evasives in Xenoverse 2 after the DLC 9 update is looking like. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed all of the top 5, top 7, whatever top videos that we have done since the DLC 9 update as well. But till next time, again, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a good day as always. Peace, y'all.